The Human Rights Campaign, or HRC, is the largest lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer, otherwise known as LGBTQ+, advocacy organization in the United States. HRC's mission is to achieve equal rights and justice for LGBTQ+ individuals. Steve and Dean established the group in 1980, intending to form a political action committee to endorse pro-LGBTQ+ candidates. The Human Rights Campaign has evolved into a powerful voice for the advancement of equality legislation as well as the protection of LGBTQ+ rights. The HRC has achieved significant milestones throughout its history. One such milestone was actively engaging in the battle against the HIV/AIDS epidemic. The organization advocated for the banning of conversion therapy, a dangerous practice which seeks to alter a person's sexual orientation or gender identity. The HRC also led a successful nationwide campaign for marriage equality, providing legal support in the landmark case Obergefell versus Hodges, which resulted in the nationwide legalization of same-sex marriage in 2015. Furthermore, HRC has been actively involved in advocating for legislation that protects LGBTQ+ individuals from employment discrimination. They supported the Equality Act bill, which seeks to establish federal protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. The Human Rights Campaign is currently engaged in various policy advocacy initiatives, including lobbying lawmakers and engaging in legal battles to protect and promote LGBTQ+ rights. In addition, the organization continues to research and publish reports to keep community members abreast of current issues affecting LGBTQ+ individuals. The HRC also focuses on public education awareness campaigns that promote acceptance and understanding. They partner with businesses, institutions, and communities to create inclusive environments to combat discriminatory policies. The organization also provides resources and support for LGBTQ+ individuals, including youth, transgendered individuals, and people of color. Overall, the Human Rights Campaign has remained a driving force in the quest for LGBTQ+ equality, striving to build a society where everyone lives free from discrimination and has equal rights and opportunities. In the pursuit of equal rights, the HRC has worked diligently to advocate for the passage of the Federal LGBTQ+ Equality Act. This legislation aims to provide all-encompassing protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. By examining the relevance of the Equality Act in relation to employment, housing, and education, one can see that its enactment is a crucial step toward creating an inclusive and equitable society. The LGBTQ+ Equality Act addresses employment inequities for LGBTQ+ individuals. Despite recent progress, discriminatory practices still exist in the workplace. The Act would prohibit employers from discriminating against employees or job applicants on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. This protection would encourage an environment of equity, enabling individuals to be evaluated based on their qualifications, skills, and accolades without fear of discrimination or bias. In addition, the Equality Act would extend protections to those seeking housing currently at risk of being discriminated against by landlords or property owners. The act would contribute to a more inclusive society by eradicating such barriers, allowing individuals to procure homes without facing the consequences of discriminatory laws. Education is crucial in determining how people's lives and society are shaped. Unfortunately, LGBTQ+ students are currently experiencing discrimination, harassment, and exclusion within the educational settings that should be safe spaces. The federal LGBTQ+ Equality Act would provide protections for students, ensuring their safety in educational settings. It would require educational institutions to adopt policies that prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. The Equality Act aims to foster an atmosphere of acceptance, respect, and equality. This act would not only protect the rights of LGBTQ+ individuals, but would also benefit society as a whole. By embracing diversity and equality, we foster an inclusive and accepting society where all individuals can thrive. The Human Rights Campaign has been a steadfast advocate for LGBTQ+ rights, employing a multifaceted approach to effect positive change in social policy. Their comprehensive approach combines grassroots efforts, policy advocacy, and strategic partnerships to advance LGBTQ+ equality. Capitalizing on the interconnectedness of various social issues, HRC aims to promote inclusivity within the LGBTQ+ community. Their primary goal is to achieve equality and social justice for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer individuals. HRC procures legal protections against discrimination in an effort to ensure basic human rights, including access to health care, education, safety, and marriage equality. In addition, the organization aims to eradicate social prejudice and discriminatory laws. Furthermore, HRC provides a platform for marginalized people, including people of color, transgender individuals, and youth, to share their stories. HRC utilizes several strategies to advance its goals. These include lobbying for pro-LGBTQ+ legislation, participating in legal battles, mobilizing grassroots efforts, conducting research, and raising public awareness. HRC is strategic in enacting media campaigns, community events, and educational initiatives to promote acceptance and understanding of discriminatory barriers LGBTQ+ individuals face. The Human Rights Campaign advocacy efforts have earned significant achievements in pursuing LGBTQ+ equality. Notably, the organization played a central role in the fight for marriage equality, advocating for same-sex marriage nationwide. In addition, HRC's activism contributed to abolishing Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and expanding LGBTQ+ rights and protections in the military. Don't Ask, Don't Tell was a policy implemented by the United States military from 1994 to 2011, which prohibited members of the military from openly identifying as gay or lesbian. The organization has also made strides in advocating and securing protections for individuals identifying as transgender. One example is the development of the Corporate Equality Index, or CEI. CEI rates companies on their policies and practices related to LGBTQ+ inclusion, including transgender inclusive principles. Through this initiative, HRC has encouraged companies to embrace inclusive practices regarding transgender employees and customers. While HRC has made considerable progress towards social justice, equal rights, and nationwide acceptance, its challenges are ongoing. Opposition from anti-LGBTQ+ groups, individuals, and political leaders present continuous barriers and setbacks. More recently, legislative attacks, particularly at the state level, pose challenges to the advancements made by HRC. The organization continues to address intersectional issues within the LGBTQ+ community, such as racial disparities and transgender discrimination, which require thoughtful efforts to ensure inclusivity and equitable representation. To conclude this analysis, the Human Rights Campaign has played an integral role in the fight for LGBTQ+ equality and social justice in the United States. Through its multifaceted approach, the organization has actualized notable milestones and made significant progress in advancing the rights and protections of LGBTQ+ individuals. The HRC's efforts have encompassed an array of areas, including advocating for the rights of LGBTQ+ individuals during the HIV/AIDS epidemic, combating conversion therapy, and leading a nationwide campaign for marriage equality. The organization remains at the forefront of legislative advocacy efforts aimed at protecting LGBTQ+ individuals from discriminatory practices. Their current intention to pass the LGBTQ+ Equality Act is a pivotal goal for the HRC, as it would provide comprehensive protections against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Through its advocacy, strategic partnerships, and comprehensive approach, the HRC has made significant strides in advancing LGBTQ+ rights, and the work continues as our nation evolves.